this video, I'll cover the second part of base metal alloys, which is titanium and its alloys. Now, starting with titanium, the uses of titanium are known to have a wide application in dentistry. So, first of all, we'll enlist the uses of titanium. First of all, it is used as metal ceramic restoration. Secondly, as dental implants. Then partial denture frames. Fourth, complete denture bases. Fifth, as bar connectors. Then recent advancement is titanium mesh membrane, which is also called as tio mesh. And what is this membrane used for? It is used for bone augmentation. Now, how is it supplied? It is supplied in the form of ingots, okay, supplied as ingots. Then coming on to the properties, we'll refer to the properties of a pure titanium element. Now, coming on to the properties, first of all, a very important property of titanium, which is helping it to be used in ceramic veneering. Okay, so coming on to the first property, which is related to the phases, what we see is at an ambient temperature, titanium has hexagonal close packed structure, crystal lattice, which is called as alpha lattice. It gets converted to body centered cubic, that is beta phase, at a temperature of 883 degrees Celsius. Okay, this phase is more susceptible to oxidation because it has titanium, so it is white in color. It is a low weight metal. Another very interesting property of titanium is passivating effect. This passivating effect is very important because it is what makes titanium usable or durable more. Now here I would like to stress upon self-passivating effect. What do I mean by this term? That is, this metal oxidizes instantaneously in air to form a stable tenacious oxide layer of around 10 nanometer thick. Now, what is the use of this membrane which is being formed, this tenacious layer that is being formed? It allows bonding of fused porcelain, adhesive polymers, and osseous implants, plasma sprayed or surface nucleated apatite coatings. Now, coming on to the fifth property, that it is half as rigid as other base metal alloys, Now, it is non-toxic and is quite biocompatible and excellent biocompatibility. But some of the patients have titanium allergy, so we prefer to use some other alternative. Like if a person has to have dental implants and he has an allergy to titanium, so what we'll do is we'll give them nickel based implants. Now, coming on to the fabrication of titanium restoration. How is fabrication of titanium restoration done? This is a very important part because what we see in case of titanium is that the casting is really difficult. Why is the casting difficult in titanium? Is because it has a high, first of all, it has a high melting temperature in thousands. Then it has a low density. Thirdly, it has a high reactivity to atmospheric air. Now, how do we do this casting in such big problems? So, it is done by either by pressure, vacuum, or by centrifugal casting machines. What we do in this is we'll melt the titanium using an electric plasma or an inductive heating chamber which will be filled with an inert gas. Now, why do we need an inert gas? So it can combat this disadvantage, that is, it can prevent surface reaction. Now we can also can fabricate it by machining. CAD-CAM. CAD-CAM is a very important topic in ceramics. Then abrasive machining, electric discharge machining. What is ceramic veneering? Now what we see is certain special low fusing porcelains with fusing temperature below 800 degrees Celsius are used with titanium. Why is it so? Because at this temperature titanium changes from its alpha, that is the HCP lattice, into BCC, that is the beta. So it will prevent this oxidation from occurring. Now what are the advantages of using a titanium alloy? First of all, it has high strength. Second, it is light weight. Third, you just need to add certain 1 or 2 elements into it. Then it has a low tarnish and corrosion effect because of the property of self-passivating. Then it can be laser welded. It has a limited thermal conductivity. Now what are the disadvantages? As I told you that the biggest problem in titanium alloys is the casting. So it has a poor castability. The second problem is that you need expensive machines for fabrication and machining. Expensive machines for casting, fabrication and machining. Then it is highly technique sensitive. And you also require, what I mentioned here is you require a special low fusing porcelain to prevent beta phase formation. Now why am I telling you to prevent beta phase formation? This is because at this phase the oxidation takes place and we do not want the oxidation to take place. This completes the titanium and its alloys for base metal alloys. In the next video we'll cover cobalt chromium alloys.